Everyone, it's Cameron, and I wanted to hop on and give an update to the whole Amazon banning situation. I've been getting a lot of questions from an old video that I made I said in the past, but it's not really in the past that much. It's still a very relevant thing. A while back, I had some random Amazon email that a lot of people have gotten from Amazon too. They keep posting it in the group. By the way, we officially hit 9,000 people in the group, so damn, that's awesome. Group's always in the description. If you're new and you haven't joined it yet, feel free to join. But Amazon reached out a while back and said something along the lines of, hey, we've noticed that you're kind of selling weird. We might ban you if you keep selling weird. Try not to sell weird. That's the gist of the whole thing. So don't continue to drop ship, basically, they basically noticed I was shipping stuff to all sorts of different addresses, and it didn't really look like a consumer account where I just have stuff shipped to my house and maybe the occasional address aside from my house here and there. Okay, I use my personal Amazon account that I've had forever. A little history on that account just to give you some specifics. I don't know exactly what year I opened it. I haven't even turned my computer on. I just walked in here and started making a video, so I didn't look up the details, but I've had it for years and years. My wife and I ended up sharing an account with some family members for a while, and we pretty much never used my Amazon account because the other account we shared with had Prime, so we would just use that account. It was like a family thing, but we always had my personal one that didn't have Prime. When I started drop shipping, I just used my personal account that I still had for stuff. And in the past, I'd used it to like ship presents. I didn't want my wife to know about, for holidays or birthdays or whatever, so that she wouldn't get the shipping emails and all that. But I went ahead and started paying for Prime, and I didn't start paying for Prime until I got enough profit regularly to do that, which didn't take very long, and started using it as Prime and shipping, before I knew it, hundreds of items, I don't even know how frequent you say that. Basically, I've shipped thousands of items now, and hadn't heard anything. And then I got the message from Amazon saying that it was, shady or whatever. Back to the whole point of the video, I've had, some long-term viewers of the channel and some new people ask me probably every day, like, whatever happened to your Amazon account? Are you still selling on that account? Yeah. I haven't done anything to avoid it. I haven't changed any information. I haven't taken any method to navigate around that being an issue. My goal, and it's been my goal from the beginning, is whether it's something like this or something else, I'm going to keep doing the Amazon account as is so that I can tell you guys if and when I get shut down on Amazon. That way I can tell you how many orders it took, how many months it took, or years, or whatever. And I can give you some specifics so that you guys know where my guardrail was that I could have avoided falling off on my Amazon account. So that doesn't mean it's not going to vary for different accounts. It doesn't mean it's not going to vary for different people. I'm sure there's little ways that you can avoid it, but that's where I'm at. I still sell on it regularly. I still do returns on it. I still, contact sellers and order stuff to my own personal address. I go in there. One thing that is different, though, if you've stuck around this far, because a lot of you guys jump out, but if you have gotten here, one thing that's different is I do go in now and delete old addresses. And, because I went through one time, I had hundreds of addresses, after I started using it. And it started to suck because my wife uses this account to order stuff, too, for herself and for us. And I use it to order stuff, and I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I go in on my phone and delete the addresses because it's a lot easier on your phone. And I don't know if maybe that's helping, but I've been doing that for a while now. But I kind of keep it cooled down really good and make sure that it's not full of random people's addresses and names. So maybe that's helping a little bit, just keep pace and just make sure nothing flags like crazy. Because when it did flag, I did have a lot of addresses in there. It took me a long time to delete them all, but I'm not sure. Also, one of the kind of updates is that today I went and took back 9 Amazon returns that were personal returns from just various stuff my wife and I had bought for like Halloween costumes and stuff like that. And we ended up going a different direction because we dressed up in Disney. I just got back from vacation and it was stuff we didn't end up using before we left. You know, we just changed ideas, whatever. So I just have these returns like sitting in my car forever. And I finally took them back today because like one of the deadlines for 2 of them is tomorrow. And I'm curious if that's going to flag anything because it's literally like 9 returns in the same transaction. And because I did them where you like take it back to Kohl's. Where I live, it's Kohl's. You know, I know you can take it back to UPS stores or Whole Foods or whatever. We have a Kohl's here. I don't know if they do like Macy's or whatever anywhere else, but anyway, I took it back to Kohl's, got 9 returns, and I'm very curious if that's going to flag my account for, you know, suspicious activity and have somebody look into it. But maybe not. All this to say, it's still a thing that I'm thinking about, but it's not anything I'm proactively trying to avoid. So, just wanted you to update on that. That's pretty much it for this. I'm now going to talk to you about the support part of the video. If you're interested and you're brand new, I have a course. Normally it's $150. I have it right now for half off at $75 and all sorts of plans to update it. I already have videos shot ready to upload to it. I'm just not going to upload them until I have everything where I can double it. Once I double it, the price will go up. So if you buy it now, you'll already have the course and all the new content when it comes out at no extra cost. So if you feel like you still need to learn the basics and you want to not miss out on the mistakes that you can make when you first start, you can either buy my course and learn it all very quickly, or you can look back at all my old videos and everybody else's videos and find those mistakes in the little pieces of content. That's the problem though, is that like even when I was learning, I didn't buy a course to learn. So you don't have to buy a course. I'm just going to say that up front. My course is for beginners. Beginners. I've had people buy it and then want a refund because they didn't realize it was a beginner course when it's like totally flat out a beginner course and it says it everywhere. I don't know how that happens, but beginner course. And what that means is there's a lot of things that we don't talk about anymore as, you know, YouTubers or people that are just really, you know, versed in the subject of Facebook dropshipping because they're just common knowledge among us and the people we kind of interact with that we don't even think to go back and revisit. You know, I don't ever think, oh, you know what, my followers or my viewers or subscribers, they would probably really appreciate if I made a video on how TBA tracking works or, you know, how to fulfill an order. You know, I don't think about making a new video about those things because I've made several videos about them before. My course has a video on it, very, very detailed. And most of my audience aren't even going to watch that video because they're like, well, I do that 100 times a day. Well, I don't even know that information. But it's easy to forget that some of you are just starting. A lot of you are just starting. So the course is a great way to get all those things that you might miss trying to figure this all out. So it's out there for you. Link's always in the description. And the next thing you can do, well, the first and foremost thing you can do that I should have said first is like and subscribe to the channel. That always helps me out, supports me, lets you know when I do come out with new videos that are probably helpful. Some of them are not helpful, but some of them might be. And you'll know first if you subscribe when those come out. Duh. Also, if you are drop shipping and you need some automation, there is a free lister tool from FBM Fox. You know, there's all these little lister tools out there. If you don't know what that is, that means that, you know, instead of you copy pasting everything from Amazon or eBay listing so that you can drop ship it on Facebook, instead you just have a little extension that you can just like boom, hit a button and it copies everything over for you automatically. So you don't have to do all that. So instead of it taking a certain amount of time for you to list 10 things, you can list 10 things in like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. It doesn't take that long. Whatever your speed is, I don't know. Anyway, they have a free lister tool and they also have paid plans for all sorts of automation where like if something changes the price, it changes the price on your listing without you even having to touch it, and it has product research tools so that you can see stuff that's actually selling on other platforms instead of you just having to guess. Like it just has all sorts of stuff that I can't even describe. I have other videos on it, so feel free to check them out. Those do cost though, some of the extra stuff, but it's well worth it. You'll make your money back probably the first week you use it, if not sooner. And I got a coupon code that gets you 10% off your first month. And you can even put it in if you just get the free lister so that later on when you do buy something, because you're going to want to eventually, You can't do this manually forever. It'll kill you. But put in the coupon code, helps me out, helps you out, helps FBM Fox out, helps everybody, helps the world. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.